Hi, ladies and gentlemen, this is Muscle, and this is another Two Line Music Hut's Entertainment Report podcast. And tonight, we have a real special guest in the building. This lady here, she's about to put out her EP starting next week called Grow. You know who we have in the building? We have Sasha Chaa in the building tonight. What's going on, my sister?
How you doing today?
I'm excellent. Yourself?
Thank you. I'm very well. Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
All right. I'm glad you could be here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because I know you're originally from, you're originally, but your last place before here was Montreal.
Absolutely. Yeah. I moved here about a year ago. So September last year.
Okay. So happy one year anniversary. All right.
September 1st.
And how are you liking the city?
You know what? It's been nothing but great.
Yeah.
A lot of growth. If you want to talk about that.
Yeah. What actually made you move to the city?
I'm a person who likes to be challenged, and Montreal was a great place for me to develop myself as an artist, just trying to find a pathway for me.
Okay.
And Toronto seemed to be more, first of all, Anglophone.
Okay.
Let's start from there. My music is English.
Yeah.
And just the people, the ambiance, the energy, I just was drawn to it.
Yeah.
And I just took a leap of faith and I said, you know what? It's time for me to grow and move.
All right. Just like the name of your EP.
Yes.
I see. And what's your original background? Where are you from?
So I'm originally from, my parents are from Algeria.
Okay.
And I was born in Germany.
Okay. So Algeria is in North
Africa, next to Morocco. People
All right.
seem to know Morocco more than Algeria.
Yeah.
But we rock as hard as we do.
But you were born in Germany.
Germany, yeah.
Okay, so what were you guys actually doing in Germany at that time there?
My father, I feel like I have the same traits as him. It's like he will try and find better opportunities wherever he could for his family.
Okay.
And so before even Germany, we were in France. So we just moved different places until he figured that Canada was the best place for his children to have a better opportunity in the future.
And I guess you have that trait in you also. You like to move around a bit.
I do. Yeah. I consider myself a nomad. Every 4 years of my life, if I tell you the timeline, I have moved to different places and lived different places.
Yeah. All right. So give us the last 4 years.
Okay, so I was in Montreal, and before Montreal, I was in Calgary. Before Calgary, I was in France, and before France, I was in Algeria.
Wow, and it's not like they're the same. Those are some totally different places.
Yeah.
Calgary, Montreal, and Toronto are three completely different cities.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For sure, and different environments, different vibes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. It came back to Toronto because Toronto was the first city that we actually arrived as immigrants.
Okay, so you did come to Toronto and then you moved to
Montreal. Yeah,
and
so from Germany we came to Toronto, and from Toronto we moved to Montreal.
Okay, do you speak German also?
No, I don't. I was 2 years old when I left, so I don't even have memories.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah. What other languages do you speak?
I speak Arabic and French.
Okay.
And French being my first language.
Yeah. French is your first language?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Can you tell? Apparently I have an accent. So.
I know you have a special word that Wes was trying to make you say the other day. Spotified. Uh-huh.
Okay, I say Spotify.
Yeah.
But yeah, Spotify. I could be cool and be like, Spotify.
Right? It's all good. All right, and what actually got you into music, and how long have you been doing music now?
Okay, so I thought that everybody could sing when I was younger.
All right, fair enough.
So and music wasn't pretty much allowed in my family. Okay. But Spice Girls, when they were very, very popular, I used to even buy the bubble gums with the tattoos and everything. But when I saw the movie Spice World, that just changed my life. I felt like I belonged on stage with them. Yeah. I was supposed to be Six Girl, but I just was born in a different era. You know what I'm saying?
They were singing to you.
They were singing to me. They're calling out their message of girl power. For me, that was meant a lot. Mm-hmm. I was a very shy girl when I was young, so I held on to my imagination, I guess, and I just hold on to that thought that once I reach 18, I'll be able to do whatever I want, which is music. So I really held it to myself and just kept imagining it happening until I reached 18, and I decided to, just embark in the music industry and really take it serious.
Got you. If you were to describe yourself in 30 seconds as a musical artist, how would you describe yourself?
That I'm a very driven person. Okay. I'm very motivated. Mm-hmm. I seek things that are authentic, and that mean doing things with love. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't go out of my way to really just try and be somebody else because everybody else is taken, as they say.
For sure, 100%.
You know what I'm saying? It's just trying to be as authentic as I can to be to myself and spread the love. Because for me, that's what it means. Music is love.
That's true. That's true. So even as an artist, who were some of the artists that you looked up to, you respect, and you could even compare your style of music to?
Yeah, for sure. I am a big fan of Sade.
I knew 10,000,000% you were going to say that.
Yeah, just because of her... She's so classy and so soft with her vocals, and it doesn't have to be like crazy like built ups or like, you know what I'm saying, like I don't consider my voice to be like the crazy Aretha Franklin, but I feel like if you have feel and soul inside of you, and that's what she represents to me. Like Sade for me is just like a timeless music that you can listen to, and she just inspires me. Yeah, for sure.
No, you're 100% right, because I knew when I listened to some of your tracks, I knew you had that style of influence in you. You know what I mean? You could definitely hear it. You know what I mean?
I've been a big fan of the 80s music since my previous manager introduced me to it.
Okay.
When I first started in music, I really had no idea of what music or the music industry meant to me.
What style of music were you actually doing when you first came in?
I basically started with the throwbacks. So I would take covers from the 80s and just remake it and just explore with that. So for me, it was like exploring the SOS bands and the...
All right. You know a little something. All right. I thought when you're going to say old school, you might say like old school Chris Brown or something.
No, it was really going back to like, Shanice and all that. yeah, for sure. Like going back to the old school, the roots, because that's what my ex-manager mentioned. Like you got to go from back then and really just like trying to dig and just understand how sounds work. You know what I'm saying? So you can appreciate music later on. Yeah,
you're 100% right. So you mentioned earlier that you speak Arabic and French.
Yes.
Have you actually recorded or written any songs in those languages?
Okay. So, secret. I have attempted.
Okay. Yeah.
I just feel like because the Arabic is such Algerian Arabic, because there's all kinds of dialects,
Okay.
It's very harsh.
Yeah.
And when I speak it in music, it just doesn't sound as sweet.
Yeah.
French is the same thing. I have a thing with R's. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't sound pretty for me. But I would definitely want to explore it more.
Yeah.
I do introduce a bit of French in my EP.
Okay.
As an outro.
Yeah.
Just to let people know that, you know what, at the end of the day, I'm still French.
Yeah. You know what I always found amazing? Whenever you hear like a British or somebody else that has a different accent sing, it always sounds like it's just normal English per se. How do you guys do that?
How do you guys who?
Yeah, you, because you say you have an accent with Arabic and French and stuff like that. So how come your accent doesn't actually seep into your music?
I feel like it's how you carry the melody and the tones.
Yeah.
You can mask it with it.
Yeah.
But I have heard people telling me that they can still hear the accent in my music. And I'm like, damn it, I tried so hard.
Damn it? Damn it?
Is that how it sounds to you? Damn it?
Slightly. Let's talk about your EP, Grow. You know what? Even before we get into that, I want to ask you something.
Tell me.
An EP. What's the difference with an EP and an album?
For me, it's an introduction.
Got you.
An introduction to your sound, to potentially like grow from a body of work. I'm not saying that I've just been starting out, because I did start back in like 2013, and I've been developing my sound as well.
Yeah.
But I feel like I don't have that much of an audience to really introduce like that much of a body of work.
Yeah.
So for me, it's just like a tease to allow the listeners to be like, what's yet to come?
Yeah.
Because I have greater sounds and greater music and greater like topics that I want to talk about, you know what I'm saying? So for me as a starting artist, in a sense, EP is just a sort of a short taste of what could the bigger body of work could be.
What's about to come. You know what I mean? It's an introduction. All right, so let's talk about your EP here called Grow. All right, let's talk about the name. Why did you even name it Grow?
To be honest with you, when I created this body of work, every single song that I've written, I was going through something.
Okay.
Which is positive, maybe negative, just going through life.
All the time.
And the one word that kept coming out of my mouth was grow.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's okay. It's part of the growth. It's part of me growing. It's part of this and this and that. And it just led to me to realize that when I listen to the whole music, I'm like, what could this really mean to me? And when I listen to every song that remind me of that specific moment when I wrote it, I'm like, wow, I overcame that emotion so long ago, and now I could realize that I've grown from that. And for me, it just made sense that grow was the total representation of my material.
You're 100% right. And how many songs are actually on the Grow EP?
So the songs are like, there's 6 of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so let's break down some of your songs here. Okay, what's the first track?
The first track is called He Said, and that was released in December.
Okay.
That was the first single to be released, He Said. And then there is I Choose Me that I released about a month and a half ago.
Okay.
Yes. And then there's another one called Summer Flower.
Yeah.
That means so much to me because I wrote it with someone that has passed away recently.
Yeah.
So it's just, for me, I hold on to that song.
What vibe were you guys in when you're writing that song?
We started with the freestyle. And that's how I mostly write my songs.
Yeah.
So I freestyle on a sound that I appreciate, and then whatever comes out of it, we just keep, and then we just start building from it.
Yeah.
And that song was just so magical to me, and it was just captured in a way that like spoke to me, and I said I wanted to be part of it. Summer Flower.
Summer Flower. Okay. What else? What other the other 3 tracks I think on the EP?
Yes. So there is Grow. Which is the self-titled as well. There's Ready.
Let's talk about Grow. All right, break down that song.
You know what? I feel like Grow is so different from all of the other songs that I have on the EP because, for one, it came to me last minute.
Okay.
I was planning on putting another song on the EP.
Yeah.
But then this producer, President Jeff, sends me a song, like a pack of music.
Yeah.
And this song was just speaking to me because it was hitting hard. Like the drums, if you hear it. Yeah. And the kicks were just like, I wanted an uplifting song.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? I go with the mellow and feel-good music, but I want something like, I'm an entertainer on stage, and I love to perform, like, just go and have fun. And I needed that track. And this song, this beat basically spoke to me. So it's really up-tempo. It's uplifting.
Yep.
It speaks straight up, like straightforward to the message. You know, it tells you like basically, you know, you got to grow and let go.
Yeah.
You know, let go of the things that, you know, is holding you back, so that actually you can actually grow and just move forward to the next phase. You know, so there it is for Grow. Yeah. There's another song called Ready.
Yeah.
And the last one is Fluid.
Fluid. All right, let's talk about Fluid. Yeah.
Fluid is about fluidity in love.
Yeah.
You cannot force love to happen. No matter how strong the connection is between you and the individual, if it's not meant to happen, it's not meant to happen.
At all.
You know?
Yeah.
And so for that time, me and that person, we just had so much like emotion for each other, but yet life would not allow us to just come together.
Yeah.
So I appreciated the fact that I felt that emotion, but I wanted it to still be fluid in terms of like how it flows.
Yeah. Makes sense, definitely. You brought up something about your entertainer, all right? What's the real difference with Sasha on record opposed to Sasha on stage?
I feel like when you record music, you know, you have a lot of time to like pause, break, record, redo, delete, copy, paste, placement. You know what I'm saying? So it's a process on its own, and I love and enjoy the process.
Yeah.
But there's something about the live, it's a moment, and a moment you can never get back. It's been done, and you captured it, if you have. Yeah. And for me, like, entertainment is like just bringing the song alive to the people.
100%.
You know? And I'm all smiles, and I'm all fun.
Yeah.
You know? And I want for people to feel the same way when I perform. Yeah.
And you feed off of the energy of the crowd?
I do.
Or you're very interactive with the crowd?
I do. I'm all about energy, first off.
Yeah.
And even if the people don't feel it, I'm not going to be thrown off by it, because if I enjoy performing it, that's like, for me, that's I'm complete.
For
you
sure.
know?
Yeah.
For sure.
And that's really what it comes down to. All right, let's talk about your EP release event. All right. When is the date?
Okay, so the date is Tuesday, September 17th.
All right.
Okay, the doors open at 8.
All right.
It's just super exciting for me because ever since I moved to Toronto, I haven't performed live once.
You haven't performed live yet?
No.
Okay.
I have not.
Yeah.
And so for me, just to do a listening party or like a release party, it wasn't enough. I wanted to just go big.
Yeah.
I wanted to be like, let me just give you the experience before you even hear the album, the EP. So Tuesday, make sure to be there. I wanted to perform it live, so it's gonna be an experience for people to take home and just take in, discover.
That's gonna be interesting. And where's it gonna be?
It's gonna be at the Adelaide Hall.
Okay.
Adelaide Hall.
Yeah.
Did I say that properly? Adelaide Hall.
Your accent kills me. I love it. You know what I mean? Definitely.
I'm working on the articulation.
Yeah, don't worry. You're good. You're
Beautiful.
pronouncing it the way you're supposed to pronounce it. Yeah, so it's gonna be at the Adelaide Hall, September 17th.
Yes.
What time?
Doors open at 8.
Okay.
Yes. And we're doing this special thing is that if you purchase the tickets online, you get a CD for free.
Okay.
So like a physical copy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like it's a collectible.
Yeah.
I know how people like are streaming and everything, but I feel like a body of work that's physical is much more appreciated.
You could read the credits. There's a lot of different things you could do with a physical thing there. Good point you brought up. You being in the streaming age, do you still identify with, would you want to actually put out a record like vinyl and a CD, or you just want to do some streaming and then have the collectibles for the CD?
I was even thinking vinyls. Yeah. But for me, I wanted to take it like, CDs because I just feel like it's more accessible as well.
Okay.
And I don't know how many people appreciate vinyls nowadays, but it will definitely be in a deluxe edition for sure. I want to give like a limited edition, like something that to be appreciated. I personally would want to have a vinyl of my own body of work,
So even if it's just one you press, you want.
Yes, I will definitely make sure to have that.
I was looking at some of your videos earlier, and what I like, they're very artistic.
Thank you.
One that really grabbed me was, what's the title? A Good Bad Decisions?
Right, Bad Decisions.
Yes. Talk about that one.
So I've always been inspired by film and acting.
Okay.
And that's something that I want to explore, and I still explore.
Yeah.
And for me, Right Bad Decisions, I collaborated with this director who gave me the possibility and opportunity to direct my own video.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So I had a concept, I had an idea, and I also wanted to introduce a bit of acting. So as you saw at the beginning, it started as like a short story film, a short film. And that was basically talking about my past experience in my relationship, so abusive relationships.
Okay.
And it was shot in Montreal by director Jean-Luc Oykel, and he was just amazing. Like I literally told him the storyline, I told him all the ideas, how I saw it. I'm a very visual person, I must see before I actually execute. So he was just able to walk me through the process of actually making a video alive.
Yeah, no, it was very artistic, very visual. As you said, it was a lot of storytelling. Yeah. How did you even write that song? Where were you in your headspace to say, okay, I need to write this type of song?
I consider myself a person who's very spontaneous and rebellious, but very grounded and very I think about everything at the same time. So there was a balance of right and bad for me, and that relationship brought all the right and bad.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? The rush and the just everything that we embark into a relationship when it's first fresh, and the outcome and the results of when we don't think about the things that might happen if we don't pay attention to the red flags, the consequences.
Yeah. The other day, I was having a conversation with somebody. I said, listen, it's funny when people get mad with their ex-boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, boyfriend, baby father, baby mother. I said, at the end of the day, you chose them. Whether you like them or not, you chose them. So you knew what you were getting yourself into. You seen some sort of something before you went full throttle. Sure. So then everybody knows. So it's not always everybody wants to blame the other person instead of take responsibility. You chose them.
Yeah, and that's the basic truth. It's do you really take the time to ask yourself, do you want to deal with this?
Yeah.
But you hope that you can change a person. You know what I'm saying? We always come in
that's
we
women.
are.
Women think they can change.
We can, and it's just the thing. I personally before thought I could embark into this, and just be he will change and he will, But no, if the person don't change for themselves, they will not change for you. And that's a lesson that I learned.
So my question is, why would you want to change someone?
with the mentality that I had before.
Yeah.
Because it's greed. It's because of what you want.
Got you.
You know? And that's with pure honesty.
Yeah.
You know, like something that the void that you're trying to fill
Yeah.
is with the person. But really that person is a different entity.
Yeah. And it's not working at
It's
all.
not.
Yeah. Did you actually perform and stuff when you were in Montreal?
Yes, I did.
You did?
I had the opportunity to perform in festivals.
Okay.
Canada Day, Jamaica Day.
Okay.
Beach Club. I don't know
Yeah.
if you heard of it.
Of course.
Yeah. A Raw show. Just different little, like, you know, it was definitely fun.
And what was, so it was a good vibe there, so you're expecting a great vibe in Toronto. And I know from Toronto you're off to LA.
Yes.
What do you have you ever been to LA?
I have been in 2015 for a weekend.
Okay.
And it was Halloween weekend. My sister just decided to book us a trip.
Yeah.
And I had a taste of LA. It was amazing.
Okay.
But this time, again, knowing that Sasha is spontaneous and seeks adventures and growth.
Yeah.
I just took a leap of faith and I said, let me go for 2 months there. And
2 months, eh?
I know.
Yeah.
And just I've throughout the year in Toronto, I've met different people from LA, you know, and I just kept in touch. We kept a great relationship with producers, songwriters, even videographers. So really, my plan is to go there and just expand.
Yeah.
You know, like I feel like if the opportunities will not come to you if you're sitting on a couch. It will come to you when you just go and travel.
And is there anything in particular that you're looking to try to do when you get to LA?
Definitely. Work on my album, for one. I definitely plan on shooting maybe 2 music videos off of the Grow EP. And make more connection, network, and just, you know, spread the music, spread the love, and grow.
It makes sense. And if they wanted to check out your stuff, so this is your first body of work. You have singles out before this, obviously,
Yes.
right? Okay, and if they wanted to check out your work, where could they find you?
They can find me at sashachaa.com.
Spell the Cha.
Yes. So it's CHAA. That's my
Okay.
last name. And
Yeah.
Sasha, SASHA.
And that's where they could find you, all the stuff.
Anywhere, yes.
Same name right across on all the social media platforms and everything.
Absolutely. And you can find me with a purple heart emoji because that's my emoji. I'm going to speak to Apple soon.
Yeah. when you came in, the first thing I noticed was a symbol beside your eye.
Yes.
All right. Explain to me exactly what the symbol is.
It means just be.
Okay.
Okay. So back in 2016 when I went to Mexico to shoot a music video.
Why am I not surprised?
Because I love to go crazy. I love to go big. And that song Belly Dancer meant me going back to my roots.
Got you.
Algerian roots.
Yeah.
I had no idea of like how my culture, you know, was. So I found out that women back in the days used to tattoo their faces literally as a sign of beauty. And each symbol meant something for them. So when I shot Belly Dancer, I had those symbols in my face, but I also created one, which is the one that you see right now, which means just be. Because at that time, I was struggling into like focusing on who I was at that moment, what I wanted to be. And it just was so many questions, asking the wrong questions. And I had to understand that just be means be in the present, be who you are right now.
Just be.
Tomorrow might change. Yesterday already passed. So just be is basically being present.
Which makes sense, you know what I mean? So, because a lot of people put on tattoos and stuff just because it's cool or whatever the case is, symbols, they don't even know what it means. They'll put Chinese on their arm because the person said this is what it means. But you don't know what that is. You don't speak Chinese.
Yeah.
So you would definitely have a purpose for those symbols there. Okay. This round here is called a rapid facts. I ask you some quick questions. You give me back some quick answers.
All right, let me just
Let me ask you something random before we even get into it. What sign are you?
I'm Aquarius.
I'm Aquarius too, man. Come on,
We are
sis.
speaking the same language. What's your birthday?
I'm February 18th.
Yeah. I'm February 6th.
All right. So I understand your mind and your free spirit. It's like, let me do my thing. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Are you like that?
100%.
Beautiful.
100%. I get it. All
Amazing.
right. Okay. Rapid facts now. Okay. What's the wallpaper on your phone?
It's a beautiful sunrise from the Montreal building in Toronto.
Okay. Good. All right. What's the last thing you Googled?
What? What was the last thing I Googled? Mm-hmm. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Shit, can we pass to the next question?
Okay, we'll leave that in your mind.
Yeah.
We're going to go on to next,
Yeah.
but I'm going to come back to that. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Fast food or home cooking?
Home cooking, 100%.
100%. Okay. Are you a cooker or a cleaner?
I am a cooker.
Okay. Okay. 80s R&B, 90s R&B, or 2000s R&B?
80s R&B.
80s R&B. Got you. Okay. Who's the last person you called or text?
Wes.
All right. Well, big
Hype.
up, Wes. Okay. Last place you've been on vacation, not work, vacation.
Paris.
Paris? Okay. What is your hobby?
I like to draw.
You like to draw. Artistic, eh? All right. What's your favorite color?
Purple.
Purple. Okay. What's your favorite type of food?
Indian food.
Indian food.
Yes.
What in particular?
I like curry or biryani.
Or what?
Biryani.
The way how you say it is so funny. Okay. Do you eat any West Indian food?
I love.
Okay. So then this one here. Curry goat or oxtail?
So, first of all, I don't eat meat no more.
Okay. Fair enough.
But I will go with, curry goat.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. What is your favorite song of all times?
No Ordinary Love.
All right.
By
Good.
Sade.
Big. Okay. One word or phrase you say too much.
Awesome.
That's your favorite word there. Okay. Early bird or late night owl?
Both.
You're both.
I'm both.
When you're hustling, you have to be both.
Both.
All right. Your favorite social media platform and why?
Instagram.
Why?
I'm a very visual person. I need to see pictures,
Yeah.
short captions,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And I guess that's the one I'm most active in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's the end of the rapid facts. Now, you see, that was pretty easy, right? It was pretty cool and straightforward.
Of course.
Hold on. No, I'm lying. What was the last thing you Googled?
Damn it. Can we check it out though?
Go ahead.
Oh my God, I hope I'm not in trouble.
Yeah. And you have to be honest, you know.
No, for sure. Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Okay, it's a quote. Okay, so there's this philosopher called Socrates.
Mm-hmm.
And his quote was, I will tell you that in a second.
Mm-hmm.
I actually tweeted it.
All right.
I'm gonna tell you because it's for me meant something.
Definitely.
So here it is. I gotta take myself off of airplane mode because Mr. Muscle said so.
I definitely want to hear
The quote?
Yeah.
Yeah,
hear
it's a very beautiful quote. So, the secret of change is to focus all of your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new.
Very good.
By
You see?
Socrates.
All right. So it's good that I even came back to that question.
I'm happy we actually ended with it.
Come on, man. Before I get you out of here, I got one last question before I get you out of here. What do you want your legacy to be as an artist?
That I made sure that I've done everything with love. Love is everything for me.
Love is everything.
Yeah.
Good. Floor is yours. Anything you want to say, any big ups, any shout outs, leave your contact info, all that good stuff before we get out of here.
Appreciate it. So you can follow me on Instagram because that's my biggest platform, but also on Facebook and Twitter and everything. So Sasha Chaa, SASHACHAA _ for Instagram. Please come through the show. Have fun. It's on Tuesday, September 17th, starting at 8 p.m. You can purchase the tickets on my link, on my bio on Instagram. And thank you for having me tonight.
No problem.
You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited for this EP to be released and
We
for the
all are.
journey that we are about to embark on. So,
Yeah. Definitely. I can't wait to actually sit down with you next year, same time,
Let's
to
do
see
it.
how much you have grown.
and I cannot wait for that moment to happen.
Definitely going to do
For
it.
sure.
You know what I mean? Sasha, it's been
It's
a pleasure.
It's been a
You know what I
pleasure.
mean? Big up yourself.
Thank you so much.
Again, this is Muscle, and this has been another Two Line Music Hut's Entertainment Report podcast, and we are out. This podcast is brought to you by www.twolinedmusichut.com.